Hello, friends. This is Sanjay Wadhwani with Top Dog, Grand Realty Agents. So, what's really going on with the market today is that the inventory we're still short of inventory. But as far as the sales are concerned, the prices haven't come down yet, which is a good thing. Even though the interest rate is going high and higher, the home market prices are still stable. So that's a good thing for home sellers. Now let's take a dive. This all the counties are doing amazingly. Broward, Palm Beach, Miami, even going up north, a lot of these counties are doing amazingly very good sales, especially the condo market. If you have a condominium, uh, the the sales have been risen. It's going really up high. So let's look at some of the properties that have come on the market this week. We got a lovely single family home over here. It's listed as 725, 3 bed, 2 bath. Let's look at some of the images. Beautiful. See, the thing is, today's homes, the way the builders are making the homes today, you don't get no land. There's nothing. And on top of that, you have to deal with the association fees and the membership fee. It just keeps on going on. And then before you know it, you get hit with assessments. So it is very good to purchase a home that's constructed back in the 50s, 70s, because that's where you end up getting a house, you end up getting a nice home with spacious land and everything else. So this is a very nice, well up to date house that is out there in the market. So if you want to do a list, if you want to see this place, or if you have a property you want to sell, just call me 954-864-9161, and I'll be happy to show you around, whether you're a first time home buyer, whether you are looking to relocate or looking to invest or just looking to rent, whatever you like. Uh, Beautiful houses have really come on the market this particular week. In fact, just recently, yeah. So here's one offered at $2.5 million. Once again, beautiful waterfront home. I mean, come on, you can you can't get I mean, if you go up north to purchase a home like this, you're looking at it in the millions, like 10 above. Okay. So lovely, lovely house. This one is located, excuse me, in Parkland. Okay. The good thing about Parkland is a lot of these properties are huge. Okay. And the land is amazing. Some of the houses there are either sitting on a quarter-acre land, or a lot of them are sitting on 2, 3, 5 acre lots. So just imagine, you can't find land today unless you go to Parkland. That's where you get very spacious houses. You go to Southwest Ranches, that's where all the spacious houses are. And if you go by Palm Beach on the west side, where's the Lion Country Safari, this is where you get huge. I mean, I almost got a listing over there, but look, not every day can be Sunday. So I almost got a listing over there for $2.5 million, and it was sitting on a 10-acre lot. Okay, it was filled with fruit trees, it was beautiful, but it's okay. This is life. We can't get everything in life. Okay, so this another one at Lighthouse Point. Now, Lighthouse Point is also some places by Pompano, by the Lighthouse Point, you may get a lot of land. Like this one here, uh, it has a 8,500 square feet land. So that's pretty good. It's less than a quarter acre. Quarter acre is almost like 10,200 some uh, uh, square footage, but nice spacious house. Um, This one says it's about 1,400 square feet, but it's a very nice, open, wide, wide space, beautiful pavement. It looks like it's very well kept, and that's what's important. Let's look at so 278 listings actually came on the market this particular week. Now, as far as sales are concerned, we can have a look. Let me get into the sales. So how's your week been? Mine's is always busy. Working real estate is become really, really good. We were hoping that, you know, as far as the market was going, we were thinking that it's going to crash because of the interest rate and everything going on, but it didn't. Is it still a seller's market? Well, I would say it's 50-50. It's 50-50. There are some locations where the sales are extremely, extremely good. And then there's some locations where the sales have dropped. But let me just show you how the market is reacting today. And I'm going to show you real numbers so you can understand where we stand today. Now, 3, 4, 5 months ago, if you were listed and if you sold your property, whatever your list price was, you would end up getting 25-30% above, because there were so many buyers in the market. I mean, there were more buyers than there were sellers. Today, it kind of even off. It kind of stabilized out. Now today we have a limited number of buyers and a limited number of sellers. Still, the inventory is low, and that is why you can get a higher value for your property than what you could really get. Like when it comes to a stable buyer's market, what happens is then the negotiations happen. Then there's more sellers, less buyers. So there's a lot of supply and less demand. So then the prices, you gotta work it out. See, the next one also, this one also sold for 11,000 more. This one came down about 20,000, but not bad. The ratio is only 5%. It's not a lot. unless somebody just overpriced it and they had a cash buyer, then that's how you can get away with a higher sale amount. But as you can see, it's less than 5%, so that's okay. Very, very close. So this one 415 sold for 416. So it seems like they had multiple offers on this one. Anytime you see a price selling higher, that means it has a multiple offer. And does it happen? Yes, definitely it happens. Look at it. It's there. So if you are a seller whose property just went off market, don't worry, just come back, hire agents that have knowledge in the business. How do you do it? Very simple. When you are appointing agents to sell your property, you got to ask them certain questions. You got to tell them, okay, so do you have experience in selling properties? Do you can ask them tricky question like, okay, do you know my location? Do you understand my location? And all of them can say, yeah, we know. And then you say, oh, okay, so if you go over here, what's the closest plaza next to our location? And basically, things like this is going to immediately, if you see a pause on their face, means they're somewhat confused. So you got to be you want to hire somebody who understands the location. You want to hire somebody who has connections in this location. It is very important, because look, Broward County is extremely, extremely huge. It looks like a small place. You can drive from one place to another in 20 minutes and you're done. But in those 20 minutes, there's a lot that's going on. There's so many businesses, so many homes, there's so many this. So very, very important. Now, this listing that I lost recently, you know what? the seller asked me a simple question, and I'm very straightforward and I'm very honest with my answers, because down the road I don't want any litigation. I don't want any whatsoever. So I take my business very simple and the honest way. That's the way I work. So the question which was asked to me was, are you familiar with my location? And my answer to the person was no. I have never sold by Lion Country Safari. I'm not familiar with it. So simple as that, no. The second question is, have you ever sold a listing 2.5 million and above? My answer was no, I haven't sold. But I told the seller, look, there's a first time for everything. I mean, if I've never sold, you got to give me a chance first time. Let me sell it to you. Then he goes to me, do you have any knowledge on land? I said, yes, I've been selling land for many, many years. So yeah, I do have knowledge on land. I know how the acreage works. I know how the agriculture works. I know that if you have a house with a big piece of land, in order to save property tax, you just make it a farmland, make it an agriculture land, maybe put a couple of cows, chicken, goat, donkeys, anything you like, and convert it into farmland. So then this saves you a lot of money on property taxes. So there are information that sellers don't know. But unfortunately, when I went for the listing appointment, there were about 4 different agents waiting in line. So it's a chance. You get it, you don't get it. So let's see. I'm hoping for the seller to call me back, give me a chance to list their property. And if it doesn't happen, it's okay. It's because I completely understand the seller's perspective. you know I do serve Palm Beach County, Miami-Dade, and Broward County. But if I don't know, I'm not going to lie about it. It's as simple as that. So while looking at the see, this is closed, means they just sold 319. So a lot of homes are going just 5% less. So if you are a seller that is looking to sell, or if you have a seller that your listing recently expired, then that is when you need to really go and look into this stuff. I'm more than happy to help you right now. I'm doing a special promotion, 4.5% commission for 90 days short-term listing. So this way you're not trapped into a 6 months listing, and 4.5% because I want you to make money. I don't want you to lose money on commission. So a lot of agencies, they charge 6, 7, 8%, but that's not important. We have to build a long-term relationship and we have to work it out. So now let's look at this. Now, Van Buren Street is very, very busy location. I mean, any property that goes over there flies. Now, as you can see, it was listed at 675, sold at 100,000 less. So that basically means that it was an overpriced property. So if we look at the sales, what the sales are going on in this area, I gotta stop this for a second. Or maybe the owner was just desperate to get out. Let's see what was the going value of this property. So this one, so let's look at 2, 4, and 5. They were the closest over there. So 2 sold for 524, 4 sold for 835, and number 5, 690. So, maybe the seller was just, I mean, the price was right there. It was in the perfect, it's showing about 685. The price was listed perfectly. Maybe there could be a lot of damages in the property. Maybe the seller just wanted to be out. Some sellers have just given up on this market. But there is an opportunity zone and there is a way out zone. So I'm surprised that it sold for such a less value, almost $100,000 less. I mean, look at this. Number 5, it's right here, $690,000, and the seller gave for 575. So maybe if it was Now, what makes it 575 could be a reason that maybe the appraisal value didn't come out properly. Maybe the appraised value came out low. Maybe it needed a lot of work. Maybe it needed a lot of work. Okay, cash offers. So yeah, so that's what it is. So that's about it, my friends. There's so many new listings are coming up. I'll just show you market watch from my axis, so you can understand how many are actually coming up and how many are actually selling and how many are off market. So those of you who are off market, so this is the market watch. This 13 just coming soon is just been listed but not on the market yet. So we got 278 new properties just got listed. This, you see, last 7 days. 80 of them expired, came back on the market. So it's a pretty decent amount. 259 properties increased their price. So these are probably where the good sales are going on. Price increase, 28 of them. There's 112 with contract. 53 people canceled. Cancels happen because of many reasons. It happens because of maybe they don't like their agent. That's the number one reason. I mean, if an agent promises you blah, 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 and next thing you know, you give them the listing and they're just sitting like this and doing nothing. So that's the number one reason somebody gets fired. And look, it's normal, agents, they get happy, they get excited, they got a listing, and they just, but it doesn't work this way. Real estate today does not, selling real estate today has become 10 times harder than what it was back in the days. Okay, there's so much competition, there's so much this, you got to do advertising. It's just not like to just put it on the MLS and it sells. It's not that anymore. It needs love, it needs attention. So put it on the MLS. Then you gotta do social media advertising. Then you have to do Google advertising. If you have professional photography, that helps a lot. Nowadays, people use drones to do an aerial view of those. So there is a lot more than just putting it on the MLS. I mean, you want to just put your property on the MLS and sell it yourself instead of hiring an agency for a flat fee, 300, 400, 800 bucks, man. Just give me a call. I'll help you out. I'll give you 30 days free. I'll list it for you. Take the advantage of the MLS so your property gets the advantage. And then, after 30 days, if you don't like my service, fire me. And if you decide you like my service, then keep me 60, 90 days, whatever you like. But yeah, don't waste money on what you call on listing it with the flat fee. It's not worth it. But yeah, you see, now the rental market, if you have a property that's renting, this is crazy. Now with a lot of these apartment buildings in the market today, it is crazy, my friends. It's like they're charging $25,000, $3,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment. It is nuts. So if you have a rental, put it out there, you can get good money. Okay, off market, very few, withdrawn, very few, expired. So between expired, withdrawn, let's just calculate 40, 60, 90, let's say 100 and 153. Okay, these are the 4 things that's off market. Let's say 155. Now, out of 155, if you look at the ratio, coming soon is 13, 278 is 291, 371. You see? So this is, let's say this is 500. 500 minus 155. You see, the value is still strong. The market is still strong. So if you are ready to sell, give me a call, 954-864-9161. I can give you 4.5% flat fee commission, 90 days listing, and on top of that, I give you 30 days of my service. Try my service, man. You're gonna love me. And if you don't love me, then something wrong with my service and myself. I gotta fix it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. This is Sanjay Wadhwani with Top Dog Grand Realty. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.